And welcome back to Conquest Collectibles. I'm Sulk,
I'm Hulk.
and we are proud to bring you our next video in our Dragon Ball figure line.
Yes.
And this will be an unboxing, actually.
Yes.
Another unboxing.
Yes. Not all of ours are unboxing, but this one is as well. Our first one, we went over a very iconic
Character and transformation.
transformation. Arguably the most important known to anime.
Yes.
Pretty much after Goku transforms into Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Every anime that comes afterwards and all the major characters, they all have kind of a transformation.
Esque of like that sort of super power up.
Exactly.
That finally a legend has come to fruition.
Yes.
Argue that in the comments as you want, but this is my belief. And that's actually our belief.
Some sort of change in physical appearance, or maybe something as subtle as character, or even just like the eyes, or something. Somebody always now has some sort of power up, some sort of this is not even my final form.
Yeah.
Take me off some more, and you'll see. You crank it up. To another gear, so to speak. But that was the most iconic transformation. But this is going to be
the hardest character introduction I've seen in most of anime.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
This is, again, Super Saiyan Trunks, the second Super Saiyan, as is listed here. And when he showed up, everyone was like, who's this guy? Yeah. Like, even I, everyone thought when Frieza coming back to planet Earth, Goku would come to save the day.
Yes.
But instead, we have this random Saiyan out of nowhere, same transformation, and just washes Frieza.
Yep.
From again, a 30, 40 episode fight to under 1 or 2 episodes.
Yes,
actually, takes all his henchmen out, takes out him, and takes out his dad.
Yep, without breaking a sweat. And I think if you were to watch at this time the most recent Dragon Ball movie, the Red Ribbon Army has a video recording, and it took all of 5 minutes.
Yes.
Was it 5 minutes? I think it was 5 minutes.
But yeah, the Dragon Ball superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were talking about to the big boss that Trunks just came in and washed everyone in 5 minutes.
Yes.
So.
All right. Well, can't wait to crack her open, and let's get into it.
Oh, I guess actually, both Goku and Trunks washed him in 5 minutes then, because it was 5 minutes in Namek as well.
That's true. I guess this is a common trend for all the Super Saiyans.
Yeah. But then it just wasn't dragged out to 30, 40 episodes.
Yes, exactly.
It was dragged out to 2.
All right, so well, let's unbox it first, and then we'll talk about it after.
Yes.
So here we have the box of the Super Saiyan Trunks, the second Super Saiyan. This, again, is from Figuart Zero, and fully licensed by Tamashii Nations, Bandai Namco. And this is the extra battle line. Going to the box, it's again one of those window packages, so you can see inside and get a good look of the figure inside. Going to the side of the box, again, just more names right here, Figuart Zero, and kind of another window inside. On the back, it talks again the Figuart Zero line, and also the extra battle line, coolest moments of characters, and it just ties in with the whole Figuart Zero. And then nice little name, Super Saiyan Trunks, second Super Saiyan, and a little bit of artwork of the scene. Going to the back of the box, you have just a nice still shot of the figure. Going to the top, just a little bit more information. And the bottom of it, just more information, choking hazards, all that other nice stuff. So let's open her up. So you can see it does use clamshell packaging to make sure nothing shifts around and everything stays nice and stable inside. So this is all one solid piece, and it does such a great job of capturing the essence of the scene. Going to the bottom, let's just start at the bottom. You can see the whole wasteland area that they did fight in. Kind of see a little smoke effects, probably from because what happened was a residual Trunks shot a blast, and Frieza went and tried to dodge it. So you can actually see some of the smoke effects, the rocks of him trying to dodge. And while Frieza's midair, that's where Trunks comes in with his sword and slices Frieza in half. And you see how it captures the essence of that scene with the nice little swing motion. And you can see all this little kind of translucent plastic that capture it very well. If you look very closely at Frieza, you see the cut line goes all the way down, so they didn't skimp on the actual details of the model. And then we hit the back of it. See how much detail they have in Trunks' pants, all the way up to where the sheath of the sword is. We have a close-up of Trunks. Shows the actual face that he was making when he cut Frieza in half. And you can see how much detail they put into the jackets, every single little wrinkle. That just concludes our close-ups of this amazing figure. And then we'll get into our likes and dislikes of it. First thing I love is that it fully captures, again, as I keep reiterating the fact, it captures the full essence of the scene and how important it was in Dragon Ball lore.
Even the small details, like the shot that was sent by Trunks right before Frieza dodged it, jumped up. If you were to watch the scene again, as he's jumping up, you'll see purple smoke from the residual smoke, and you got the smoke right here. This scene happens right after he looks up, completely scared, and then has his head, knocked down with a sword. And this scene, does all of that.
Yes. Again, it's just the whole significance of it is that Frieza was the big bad for
30, 40 episodes.
Yeah. Well, no, that's just a fight with him and Goku. We're talking about from
even
start of Namek Saga.
Yes.
All the way till now.
His reputation.
Yes.
As somebody that is untouchable. He's,
he never trained a day in his life. Remember that.
Yes.
He's just naturally strong.
Exactly.
He trains for 6 months and all of a sudden he's gold. But this is the more powered up version from 100% Frieza.
Yes.
Because this is all the mechanical stuff, so it adds all. Again, looking very closely at it, you can see all their little the armor that all his Frieza Force was kind of wearing when he was on Namek, and a little bit bits and pieces of looks like their planetary ships that all kind of meshed in there.
You can make him back. Stronger.
We have the technology.
To get dusted again in 5 minutes.
Yes.
Again, this is hardest entrance, right? It took 30, 40 episodes for Goku, the main character. He has plot armor and everything. And stupid armor. He
got blasted into a molten volcano.
Yes.
And still just walked out of it. Or flew out of it, if you really think.
Too dumb to realize he's hurt.
Yes.
But yeah, it took 30, 40 episodes for him to actually defeat Frieza.
Yes. Tongue twister there.
Yeah, exactly. And then this Saiyan, which nobody knows about at this point, right? Including the
whole Z fighters have no idea who this guy is.
Exactly. All they know is somebody who has extremely strong aura. Vegeta and
even when he powered up, when they felt the chi, they said Goku's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And then only at this point, I think Vegeta and Gohan know what a Super Saiyan looked like, and they were confused as hell. I thought my dad was the only one that was a Super Saiyan.
Well, again, if you look at the manga, Vegeta has no idea. But if you go into the anime, he shows up for all but 5 seconds in the fight before he gets wished back to planet Earth.
Yes.
But Gohan witnessed it. And this is, again, Goku's transformation was a 1,000-year-old legend.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, this random guy shows up with a Capsule Corp uniform on.
Yep.
Which is, again, one of those little tiny details that they realize he's some Earth.
Yep.
Because when they're talking to him afterwards, they were saying, is he an alien? Is he another Saiyan? No, he's too familiar with the planet to not be from Earth.
Yes. And the biggest thing is Trunks took no effort to transform into Super Saiyan as if he's been doing it all his life, which pretty much he has been. Yeah. Whereas it took, maybe an episode or 2 for Goku
just to power up.
And have his friend die to give him the strength to do it. Right? One thing we will say about this figure that we're not too fond of, small little detail, is going to be the face of Trunks alone. Normally, figures like these, we might say they don't put enough detail. In this case, you could say they put a little too much detail, not in the sense that there's an extra eye or anything, but Sulk brought it up. Something about the face doesn't sit right. I pull up the fight again just to watch the scene over and over and over again, just to watch Frieza get diced again and again. But I kind of paused it at where this shot takes place. Trunks, as we were saying, has been training Super Saiyan extremely long.
Also, he's been fighting androids his entire life, which can dust Frieza in a heartbeat.
Exactly. So this should be a no-brainer. It
should be
does not
cakewalk.
break any sweat for him, right? So any facial expression should be confident. Yes. And if you were to pause it where this scene takes place, you'll see he's looking down and he is confident.
He knows he does. Exactly. He knows he won the fight.
Exactly. He throws energy beam or bomb or whatever. Frieza's on the way up, and you can see Frieza's face is just absolute shock as Trunks has already beat him higher up, and then he screams on the way down. Yes, so there's effort there. You see him, but as he slices down, it's confident. He knows he's already won.
Yeah.
If you were to zoom in on the face here, looks a bit constipated. Not so much confident.
Yeah.
It's another C word, but it's constipated. Like he's putting too much effort in.
Yeah.
And as we know, lore-wise, he doesn't need to put any effort into this. He dusts all Frieza forces, dusts literally, turns Frieza into dust, and then goes on and murders the rest of his family, which is dead.
This is such an iconic scene of it because they should have just did it 100% correct, because if you look at all the Dragon Ball Fighters games, this is the dramatic finish. After this, does the whole slice and dice, single key blast, Frieza's gone.
Yep.
But yeah, like there should have been so much more. Like they just should have captured the scene a little bit better. Again, this scene's good. This one specific part,
just the face. Just the face.
90% of the model, perfect.
Yeah.
This, not so much.
I think it might be copy and paste, right? If we were to compare side by side with the Goku one, where he is putting in a lot of effort, it might be extremely similar. That could be it. But aside from that, you were talking about the paint, I believe.
Oh yes, well yeah. The one thing I did notice about it when actually doing closer examination is that some of the paint does chip, and you could see with some of the brush strokes in the hair and the back of the sheath of the sword, the paint isn't it's not as clean. Like you can see a little bit of chips here. Also, the colors kind of bleed a little bit. But again, it's just part of the back of the model. But everything else looks ridiculously clean. Again, it's just such a significant scene in all the lore, because if you actually go deeper into it, which I'm going to do now, is if this didn't happen, the Red Ribbon Army will never got Frieza's cells to make Perfect Cell.
Yep.
And allow Cell to do interplanetary travel and survive the void of space, because they only got it from the Frieza family.
Yes.
Well, this scene, slice and dice, got the cells, out we go. And the whole ties back into the whole Red Ribbon Army going back to biting Trunks in the butt, because he might have prevented this, but at the end of the day, it's the whole butterfly effect causes Cell to emerge.
Yes. Which is the reason why he came back, because Cell was...
No, it was androids. He came back. The first time was androids.
Yes.
The second time was Cell stealing his time machine.
Yes.
And then rewriting all history, and it just kind of goes...
The
intricacies of Dragon Ball lore. Or
just
Dragon Ball timeline.
Time travel paradox kind of thing.
Multiverse theory.
Yeah, pretty much. The other thing was, as strong as Trunks is, I just found it pretty funny. His sword is pretty useless. This is pretty much the only fight where his sword is useful.
Yeah, but it's just...
It's
character of a sword.
Yes, I know. But this is the only, aside from the lackeys, this is the only major character he kills with a sword. And King Cole made the mistake of thinking the sword was actually useful. Yeah. Oh, can I see the sword?
Like, you want to go with the sword he got from the Hirudigan movie. But that's just technically not canon either.
Yes. So this sword specifically, he's tried to use it, I think, somewhere down the line as well.
He chose use it against 18, and 18 just single block it, and sword cracks, and you never see it again. Yeah. He takes a swing against 18. The new 18 that he's fighting in this world, and she just blocks it with one hand.
Sword breaks and
sword breaks. Again? Well, it chips around the blade here, and then you see a nice little chunk where her arm is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much enjoy this scene where this is the only scene where the sword is actually useful. But aside from that, overall,
still love it.
Yep, iconic scene, very clean model, I would say overall.
Yeah. Again, I'm just nitpicking at the whole paint thing, but again, it's just. As a guy who collects a bunch of these things, this is the stuff I see.
Yep. But aside from that,
That would. Yeah, that just about wraps it up from us. Again, you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment, and don't forget that bell notification for updates.
yes.
And don't forget to follow us on our social medias, which will still be under the Conquest Lair.
Yes.
Well, plug the website again.
Yes, website. We've got Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok. Aside from that, make sure to keep it over 9,000.
And again, hopefully, leave those comments because we put a little bit more insane reviews out there, unboxings, and keep this line going and keep everything of this sort of thing going.
Yep.
Until next time, laters.